Hey guys, this is Hiro. How's everyone doing today? So today I'm discussing what? I'm discussing how to cure laziness, okay? And in my own personal experience, I identified three root causes of why laziness exists, okay? It's overuse, misuse, and disuse of your mental energies over time that causes this thing that we like to coin as laziness. And I will emphasize what these things are in a second. But because we're overusing, misusing, and not using certain parts mentally, we need to do the opposite. So the areas that we're overusing, we need to stop using. The areas that we're misusing, we need to use properly. And the areas that we're not using at all, we need to start using. So here's what I mean. Overusing, and this is by far the most important one, I think. We are overusing our mental I guess you can say energies, okay? What is the main cause for overusing? And overusing and misusing kind of go hand in hand because we're most likely misusing it and overusing it at the same time. And this is definitely the case for the example I'm about to give right here. We tend to look at a lot of electronic gadgets, okay? Phone, TV, laptop, etc. When we look at these things, we don't realize because we are so desensitized to it, but our brain goes absolutely berserk, like neurotically, every time, from a spiritual level, every time you look at these devices, okay? You get your dopamine rush, like that's a very common phrase, but just spiritually, a lot of energies are getting activated each time you look at the phone, each time you look at a post, each time you look at like a scene on a, think about it, in a 2-hour movie, so much happens in that movie. Like people die, people like in just 2 hours, people start relationships, end relationships, all in a 2-hour span. There's a huge ordeal that your mind goes through. Same thing with when you're looking at social media. Think about how excited you get if you see someone you like a lot. Now, when you see them on the social media, you're getting a similar sense of excitement, but obviously, it's in a very imbalanced way because it's through a screen. My point is, when you're looking at these devices, you're getting a lot of overuse and misuse of your mental energies because you're overusing it and you're misusing it in the sense that your brain is not hardwired to get these type of reinforcing extra like over the top mental energies all day, okay? Because when it comes to more natural things where you get a rush, like for example food, yeah, sure, you get a little rush when you eat good food, which is completely fine, but there's only a certain amount of foods you can eat, which kind of limits you. Another thrilling thing I guess you could say is sex, okay? You get that thrill, but there's only so much you can keep going, especially after you exit your early 20s, okay? But you're gonna tap out at some point, okay? Now, but the thing is with TV or your phone or something like that, you can keep watching all day and night, and your brain is just going to get absolutely fried, okay? Because not only are you misusing it, you're overusing it, okay? So definitely we need to stop doing that because if your brain is fried from exerting so much mental energies and exerting so much mental energies in the wrong direction, dude, you have no hope of doing anything substantial in the long run. I guess some people can deal with it more better than others, but I guess just wait until a certain age or a certain point where your brain just gets so fried so much. And genetics and other factors play a part into this. People who are more anxious naturally, I would definitely recommend you not to take this more seriously, excuse me. So the overusing, so the phone thing and the TV thing is kind of the biggest thing. It's overusing and misusing it. But I'm kind of going to give you a couple examples of just overusing or just misusing. Overusing also could be like gossip. If you're talking on the phone so much, it's a natural thing, right? But if you just notice for like weeks and months, you're just talking a bunch of gossip with a friend or something like that, this is an example of overuse. Your brain is just constantly getting fried with certain judgments and things like that. Another example of misusing, I guess you can say that's not necessarily Overusing is anything that's kind of natural, but you're not any stimulation that you could say that's not really the most natural. Okay, this could be things like driving really fast in a car. Okay, and a lot of times, like I said, there's misusing and overusing go hand in hand, because if you're driving fast all the time. But let's just say you're in some really nice car and you just floor the gas. That would be an example of misusing. Okay. I know some people might have different opinions, but like skydiving, that's an example of misusing. Okay, your brain is literally just getting it's getting so fried with certain energy, so a certain overload of energies. Okay, so my point is, you need to identify all the things that are making your mental energies overworked and misworked. Okay, now we need to understand the third thing, which is disuse. We need to understand that there's some things that we are not doing that we should be doing. For example, exercise. Okay, exercise does a certain thing in our brain that releases certain mental energies and things like that we ideally should be doing. And if we're not doing it, it's going to also cause some problems. I could also say the same case for like meditation, yoga, all these kind of spiritual practice. They do certain things to your brain that are healthy. And if you are not doing them, it is going to be a problem. Okay. One thing of overuse also is a hot shower, and disuse, I guess, is a cold shower. Okay. Your body likes like cooler water, temperature water. It's healthy for you. But if you're overusing hot steaming shower, now you could see you're literally not doing one and doing the other, which is like a worst case scenario situation. So like I said, in long story short, the things you're overusing, you're overdoing, that's overstimulating mentally, stop as much. The things that you're not using, that are healthy, you want to start using them more, like exercise and things like that. And the things that you're misusing, you want to either change the way you use them or not using them at all. Okay, now tying this back to the main topic of the video, which is laziness. So what will happen is, as you start doing some stuff, it'll basically be like a snowball effect. Okay, you're kind of going to change the energy patterns in your head, and this will take some time. You are not just going to start tomorrow, and your ego is going to have its own fight. You have certain emotions and thoughts stuffed down in your mind that are going to express itself. That's kind of going to throw you on track. And like I said, it will kind of be like an upward spiral. Okay, progress. It'll have ups and downs, maybe even some bigger fluctuations of ups and downs, but overall it should be going up in the long run. Okay, but my point here is that laziness can only be fixed in the long term by starting these slow things. Okay, you could try little techniques and things like that, like, work out every day after work, and after work you're all pumped up, but you'll notice you'll run out of gas because you're not fixing the root problem, which is you're imbalanced mentally. Okay, you're trying to fix a solution, or you're trying to alter a symptom, I guess you can say, a temporary symptom. You are not attacking the root cause. Okay, so once you attack the root cause, which is that you're imbalanced mentally, you're overworked mentally in the wrong ways, you're underworked mentally in also the wrong ways, and you start fixing those things, then you can go ahead and you'll really see that your laziness will kind of subside. Okay, and like I said, actually I didn't say this yet, but like I'm going to say that a lot of spiritual practices in general will help you use the areas that you're not using, help you be aware and stop using the areas that you're overusing, as well as alter the ways and possibly use less the ways that you're misusing certain energies in your brain. Okay, so that's why I encourage everyone to kind of do those kind of things. So I think that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, as usual, you can let me know. And until next time, I'll talk to everyone later. Thank you very much for watching.